The distributive property. This is going to be, again, one of the most important terms that we kind of study this year. This is a term that you're really going to have to own as you move through various principles in algebra, and you eventually will, move on to Algebra 2. So the distributive property is, well, it lets you multiply any number on the outside of a parentheses by each number on the inside of the parentheses. You can see that in the example that we have down here below. What we have is the number 5, which lies outside of the parentheses in which we see a variable x plus 2. These red arrows show us that the 5 is distributed to both the x and the 2. What that allows us to do is rewrite this equation, 5 parentheses x plus 2. We rewrite it as 5 times x plus 5 times positive 2 plus 5 times positive 2. So that is the essential component behind distribution, is that we're taking a number outside of the parentheses, and it lets us multiply that number by each number and or variable on the inside of the parentheses. I think the easiest way to remember the distributive property and exactly what it is to really hone in and understand the word distributive. And to pull a word out of there, which is, we're going to pull a word out of there, we have to pull the word distribute, right? And what does this word distribute mean? The term distribute essentially just means to give. Right? So we are giving a term from outside of the parentheses. We are giving it to each term within the parentheses. If we are to review one problem kind of similar to what we did over here in the examples section, if I have the number 3 and I put the parentheses around the terms y plus 6, I have to distribute this 3. I have to give it to both the y and to the positive 6. If I were to rewrite that, that will equal 3 times y plus 3 times 6, 3 times 6. And that illustrates the distributive property.